seagrasses. Dolphins carve through the water with intelligent grace. Their complex social structures and playful behaviors hinting at a depth of cognition that we're only beginning to understand. The great predators of the sea, from mako sharks to the awe-inspiring great white, patrol these waters, hunting with an efficiency honed over millions of years of evolution. Coral reefs, those dazzling rainforests of the sea, provide shelter to countless species, their vibrant forms created by the delicate symbiosis between corals and the algae that live within their tissues. But despite the abundance of life in the epipelagic zone, it's a thin veil stretched over an unfathomable deep. As we descend further past 200 meters, we leave behind the world of direct sunlight and enter the mesopelagic zone, also known as the twilight zone. Here, the water dims to a ghostly blue, with sunlight too weak to support photosynthesis. The creatures of this region live in a world of perpetual dusk, where bioluminescence becomes the guiding light of survival. Bioluminescent organisms, from tiny plankton to larger fish, generate their own light using chemical reactions. This eerie glow serves many purposes. Some species use it to attract prey, others to communicate, and still others to confuse or startle predators. Lanternfish, one of the most numerous vertebrates on Earth, flicker with bioluminescence, forming vast migrating shoals that move toward the surface at night to feed before descending into the depths by day. Squid, some no larger than a hand and others as long as a school bus, drift through the water, their chromatophores flashing hypnotic patterns. And despite the increasing darkness, predators still lurk. The saber-toothed dragonfish, with its needle-like fangs and glowing lure, waits patiently for unsuspecting prey to drift within striking distance. The hatchetfish, with silvery, mirror-like scales, deflects what little light remains, rendering it nearly invisible to threats from below. This is a realm of scarcity, where survival depends on energy efficiency, and where creatures often grow large eyes to capture as much of the fading light as possible. Not around 1,000 meters, we pass into the threshold of the bathypelagic zone, the midnight zone. Here, sunlight has disappeared entirely, and the world is black as ink. The water pressure at this depth is immense, over 100 times the pressure at sea level. Yet, life persists, adapted to conditions that would crush most surface-dwelling organisms. This is the kingdom of the truly bizarre. The anglerfish, probably the most famous denizen of these depths, dangles a bioluminescent lure in front of its mouth, drawing prey close before striking with lightning speed. one of the least explored. The water here is near freezing, and the pressure is crushing 600 times that of the surface. Again, no sunlight reaches these depths, and only the glow of bioluminescence breaks the eternal night. The creatures that survive here are true marvels of evolution. The deep-sea cucumber, a gelatinous scavenger, drifts across the seafloor, vacuuming up organic debris. The eerie, translucent Dumbo octopus flaps its ear-like fins, propelling itself with ghostly grace through the water. Many abyssal fish have lost pigmentation, appearing ghostly white or outright transparent, their forms adapted to an environment where vision is of little to no use. Even in this extreme environment, life finds a way. Hydrothermal vents spewing superheated, mineral-rich water from the Earth's crust create localized ecosystems teeming with bizarre organisms. Giant tube worms with no mouths or digestive systems rely entirely on symbiotic bacteria that convert toxic chemicals into energy. These oases in the abyss prove that life is not solely dependent on sunlight. It can flourish in the most hostile environments sustained by the heat and chemicals of the planet itself. But even as we marvel at the resilience of life in the abyss, we've not yet reached the deepest point of the ocean. Below us lies the hadal zone, a realm of trenches and chasms that plunge to depths few have ever seen. And so, we descend further. The hadal zone, below 6,000 meters, named after Hades, the underworld of Greek mythology. This region consists of deep-sea trenches, vast chasms formed by the movement of Earth's tectonic plates, where the seafloor plunges into the deepest, darkest recesses of the planet. Unlike the relatively flat abyssal plains, the hadal zone is characterized by steep, foreboding trenches, narrow valleys carved into the crust of the earth. The most famous of these is the Mariana Trench, home to the Challenger Deep, the deepest known point of the ocean, reaching an astonishing depth of nearly 11,000 meters, or 36,000 feet. If we were to drop Mount Everest into this abyss, its peak would still be over 2 kilometers below the Earth's surface. At these depths, the pressure is unimaginable, over 1,100 times the atmospheric pressure at sea level. It's the equivalent of an elephant standing on a postage stamp, a force so intense that it would crush unprotected human explorers instantly. And yet, life persists. The hadal zone was once thought to be a barren wasteland, but deep-sea exploration has revealed an astonishing variety of organisms, uniquely adapted to endure the crushing weight and eternal darkness. Among them are the hadal snailfish, delicate, translucent creatures that thrive at depths no other fish can withstand. With flexible bones and gelatinous bodies, they have evolved to survive where pressures would turn most other fish into paste. Their skin, nearly devoid of pigmentation, appears ghostly, a reflection of the perpetual darkness crustaceans resembling oversized shrimp can be found in large numbers, some growing to nearly a foot in length, far larger than their shallow water relatives. These creatures have adapted to extract every possible nutrient from decaying material that drifts down into their world. Even in the trench's deepest points, some of the most extreme environments on Earth exist. Those hydrothermal vents and cold seeps spew chemical-rich fluids into water, creating those oases of life where bacteria use chemosynthesis, transforming hydrogen sulfide and methane into energy. Here, strange tube worms, mussels, and other bizarre organisms thrive, entirely disconnected from the energy of the sun. Yet, as alien as these life forms may seem, they remain a testament to the resilience of life itself. They remind us that even in the most inhospitable corners of our planet, evolution finds a way. What might such adaptations tell us about the possibilities for life beyond Earth? If life can flourish in the lightless, high-pressure void of the hadal trenches, could similar organisms exist in the icy oceans of Europa or Enceladus, the moons of Jupiter and Saturn? The deep ocean, in many ways, is our best analog for extraterrestrial environments. And as we continue to explore, we may find that the secrets of our own planet hold the key to discovering life elsewhere in the universe. As we prepare to ascend, let's take a moment to reflect on the sheer vastness of what we've seen. The deep ocean covers more than 60% of our planet's surface, yet we've explored only a fraction of it. Every dive into the abyss yields new discoveries, new species, new ecosystems, and new insights into the very limits of life. In many ways, the deep ocean remains Earth's final frontier, a world as mysterious and unexplored as the distant stars above. So as we rise back toward the surface, let's remember that the ocean isn't merely a vast alien world beneath the waves. It's our world too, a world that sustains